I'm thinking this morning about the things I'm gonna miss when I move from here. The moon is, can you see it? There it is. It's just a little bit of a sliver, and I love when it's sunrise and there's a sliver moon. I get up every day and I take the dog out and I walk up this little park over here on 10th Ave. And it's a tiny park, you could even put park in quotes. It's peaceful, and I really like it. And very aware that there's no parks near my new place. When I take the dog out there, it will be urban. And I hope I find some kind of charm in that. But I think since I'm on the verge of moving forward, I just become more aware of what I'll miss. And I'm sentimental, so I'll always miss something. I'm gonna walk up this side of the street. Even though it is a park, there are homeless people doing eccentric things. She will be over today at noon to itemize, to make a list of things in the condo and make a list of what she wants. The thing I wasn't anticipating is she texted me last night and said that she'd be coming over today around noon with her friend Heather. Is that workable for me? And I was like, okay. The thing that was weird about it is itemizing everything in your life, making a list of all your stuff that you want to divide up with your husband seems really personal. Silly me for thinking that she might take a moment to look around and take it in. That last chance to look around and be like, this was my life and I'm giving this all up. You're all probably like, oh, you dumb boob. She gave it up months ago. This is just one of the last hurdles she has to get over to be free from you. Yeah, you're probably right. It just felt weird. So Heather will be in my house today. Heather, who I've spoken to, she texted me once since the breakup. And it was a nice text, so I texted her back and then nothing. So my wife and Heather will look around the house today and make a list of everything. The thing that's funny is, had my wife asked, I've already made a list of most everything, but she didn't ask. I'm trying to clear some of these thoughts out of my head. Often get such pretty clouds here, so it's the kind of thing that I would normally be like, ooh, the clouds, but I thought, let me try and show you. I'm excited to go to the barn. It feels strange, but it only feels strange because I know that she's coming to the house today. That just fills me with reluctance and strange feelings. It's just another step forward, and I guess my pattern has been to continually get nervous. Before any step we take forward, I get really anxious and nervous. Before mediation, before financial disclosures, before each step, I get worked up. And I know you shouldn't compare your life to their life. I keep talking about that with my therapist, that the comparative brain, it's one of the things your self-critic does, to throw you under the bus and make you feel bad. So when I sit here and I compare my life to her life, I definitely feel like a loser. Because right now, she's probably in bed with her boyfriend, which she has been for months. And I'm alone, and I'm lonely. I am really lonely. So I stop and I think, am I gonna die from loneliness? No. Is it going to destroy me? No. Does it suck real bad? Yeah, that's what it is. It just sucks. So I'm trying to take care of myself while still being considerate and taking care of her. I don't know. Hold on, more clouds. Feeling like each step forward that we take, each step towards getting divorced, for me, it sucks. And for her, it's just a step closer to what she wants. On no level is this a parallel experience for either of us. I believe so strongly in love, and I believed so strongly in that relationship. It's taking a lot of work for me to think it's a her problem and not a me problem. I don't know if this is something everyone does in a breakup, but I'm not deluding myself by thinking I'll be able to ride much more during the school year. I need to keep reminding myself, Ken, you don't have any money. You might have to spend all your money on a divorce. God, that would suck. I feel lucky to be here now. I just had to stop for a minute and get a couple pictures. It's really beautiful. I'm really charmed up here. Part of me wonders if I could be happier living up here, like be out of the city and just be more in nature. But maybe I should just drive up here. 20 minutes in the car. It's not like it's cheaper to live up here either. I'd really like to know if and when my wife is moving away. That would help me. But she won't tell me. She won't tell me anything about her life. I don't know how much longer I'll see her. She'll be in the area, she'll be around. If she's moving, like nothing. And I know that shouldn't stop me from moving forward. And it's not, it would be like being in prison and knowing that you'll be released on a certain day. So you can look forward to your freedom. And if that's too dramatic, then it's just wanting to know what the future holds. And maybe it just gets back to that thing I've been thinking the whole time. Thinking that she holds all the cards and she's in control. And maybe she's not, maybe she's out of control. But I don't know. But I guess it's not my privilege to know, not my responsibility to help her. Like, all those things. It is very weird when she tells me, I'm not telling you anything about my life, when her life used to be the most important thing to me. Number one, is she okay? Is she doing okay? Is she mentally well? Is she physically well? Has she had dinner? Is she happy? Has she slept? Is she comfortable? Is she sick? She was my number one. So to have that person go from being the most important thing in your life to somebody who won't tell you about their life, it's weird, you know? Every time she says it, it rocks me a little where I'm like, what? But if you did, I could help you. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need to learn from her example. She's just off. She's not telling me anything, blah, blah, blah. But what's her example? She's shut off emotionally, but logistically, she wants me to help the process along. And then after we're divorced, then we can deal with the emotional side of things. Oh, God. Honestly, coming through those gates, I'm sort of like, good. Well, thanks for hearing me out and hanging out and just being there. I'm gonna go see Vinny. Why don't you come see Vinny? Let's go see Vinny together. Okay. Vinny. Hi. How are you, buddy? Oh, you got breakfast. You wanna hang out? Huh? You wanna go for a little ride? Yeah. So I'm headed out from the barn. Got a little notice from my real estate agent that my building doesn't allow people to do open houses. He said he'll try and do clustered showings, but basically I need to get the house show ready today and then keep it show ready, which is a little bit of a challenge because I live there. My wife is due to come to the house in an hour. It's just not really a good time for me to not be there because I need to do work. So, fuck. I guess I'm gonna have to see her. What a sad state of affairs that the thought of me seeing my wife is upsetting. It's upsetting because it will upset me. Crap, I don't know what to do. Should I just suck it up and be there? I thought I had escaped, and I could escape, but the house needs work. I can't really talk to you about it. You can't answer me. I need to decide on this thing in the next few minutes. And that's why a support network is so important in these situations. I was able to just call somebody and say, all right, here's how the situation has changed. I feel like I should be there to be cleaning the place and getting it ready and seeing her be damned. And the person was like, no, stay the plan. Like don't be there when she's there. And that is the right move. I just feel like Love Addict where I was using the excuse of the change in situation to get to see her because I still miss that feeling. I wonder if that will be a lifelong thing. Years down the line, if I were to see her or hear from her, if it would still like shock my heart, or if I'll be cured. Is it like an alcoholic is always an alcoholic? Or is this just a process I'm going through and those feelings will fade, that chemical response will lessen? Because it's potent, man, it's really strong, and I understand why people do crazy and rash things. I'm not a crazy person, but I'm pretty compelled. I'm really grateful for people. And I feel like if you're going through something similar to what I'm going through, you need people. You need to lean on people and find people that you can trust and put yourself out to and say, hey, I'm in a bad way. If you have a sense that you're in a bad way, reach out to them before you make mistakes and plummet or do something crazy or rash. She's gonna be at the house in 45 minutes. And what I can tell you honestly right now is I really wanna be there. I really wanna see her. I really do. What I can also tell you is I can't be there. It would be bad for me. I know it would be bad for me. So it's this fight between, yeah, but I really want to, and don't. You know, and that goes on in your head all of the time. And it's exhausting. It's a continual fight against yourself. Let me talk about something good for a moment. I literally pulled the car off the side of the highway, took a few pictures, and they were stunning. Nothing more than that. I got to the barn and Matt was out setting up the standards for the jumps. So I went out and helped him, you know, just hauling standards or hauling out, you know, rails to put across them. One, he paid me a nice compliment saying that, oh, he asked if I really had to go back to school, and I said yes. And, you know, basically indicated that he was gonna miss me. We were setting up a course, and for the first time, we talked about distances and measuring distances and walking off distances and stuff that everybody knows, but nobody had ever actually shown me. So, you know, we talked more about the math of distances and walking off distances. And he took the time to show me, and he let me count something off, and then he checked my work, and it was good. It was somebody investing some time in my education, and it meant the world to me. That was fantastic. And then I went and got Winnie set up. Vinny. And he was eating breakfast and was a little grumpy. I got him set up and we had a really fantastic lesson. Okay, so we gotta be quick about this. Time is getting short and I don't wanna have an awkward garage overlap. So as I was leaving, pulled out of the garage, turned down the street, and I could see her coming up the other way. So I pulled in front of the building and I just stopped because I wanted to watch her go by and I wanted to make sure that he wasn't in the car. Because apparently that matters to me. I think my fear is that, I don't know, that they'd come in and have sex on my bed. Literally, that's my juvenile fear. Like, I have no idea what they're capable of. I know that they're sneaky. I know she doesn't respect me. So what better F you than being like, hey, we screwed on your bed. So the mystery was, she didn't drive up and pull into the parking garage. She pulled down the street and she parked close to the park where I walk the dog in the morning. Which is strange because she has kind of a nice car. Why wouldn't you park it in a parking garage? I don't get it. I don't know. I need to stop making trouble for myself. Yep. Motion detected on camera too. They just got in. It's just weird, you know, when somebody does something weird and then it makes you wonder. And I've no need to. I shouldn't have stopped the car. I should just driven away and lived my life. I wish I could not care about her the way she doesn't care about me. I keep thinking we could be having so much fun. She probably is having so much fun. I don't know what their life is like, but I don't deserve this treatment. That's what I don't deserve it. I'm not a bad person. I'm not an unfun person. I don't deserve this. I need to keep coming back to that. But my heart keeps fighting me saying, yeah, but if she came back, it would be great. It would feel great. It's about a feeling. These months of angst and pain would stop if she'd just come back. What is that? Why am I holding that so preciously? I guess we talked about this last night. Why can't I just let that go? Because I'm a believer, because I'm true. So how do I feel right now? My pulse is up, my heart's racing a little. Mostly I just have something clamped on my chest, like it's a little hard to breathe. So she brought all her friends to the condo. My running partner just roped me. Oh my God, all right, I don't really want to be in the car. I just got a text from my running partner that said that she's at my condo. My wife asked her to have lunch and brought her to the condo. I'm confused. So she's having Heather over to her old house for one last hurrah. I don't know what I am. I don't know if I'm angry or... Hold on, I gotta go read that text. I think I just got beeped at by a Saturn. My wife had to go to the house to make a list of things that she wants for her new life. She invited her friends along. What does that mean? What does that say? Is she not comfortable being there alone by herself? So she had to bring padding? Or does it mean so little to her that... Does the act of dividing up her life with me mean so little to her that she can multitask it, having lunch with friends and being like, I want this, I don't want that. Thinking too much about it, I should just let it go. Just wipe it out of my brain. You can't control your first thought, but you can control your second thought. All right? She's been on my mind. She's done some weird things today. She's brought friends to divide it up. That's a whole bunch of thoughts. Now I should stop thinking about it. Start thinking about how I really wish I could go to therapy today. That's what I'd like. I'd like to date someone genuine. I would like to have butterflies about somebody, to see somebody across the room and think, oh my God, look at her. And I would like them to feel similarly towards me. I would like to be excited for my apartment. I'd like to be excited to move forward. Where am I lucky? I am lucky to have people at the barn who care about me, who accept me. I'm lucky to have the people I can call on the phone who will talk to me. I'm lucky to have a little bit of savings. I'm lucky to be healthy and creative. I'm really lucky. That's what's funny in this whole thing. I am really lucky. There's really just one thing that has made me not lucky. Her. I feel unlucky and destroyed and terrible because of her. So what's wrong with my brain that I can't just cut out the bad parts? Why can't I remove myself, look at the totality of my life and say, hey, there's a lot of good going on. Just this one part is bad. And that one part, I think that one part, we could use two metaphors. That one part's a black hole and just sucks everything in. You know, so it's not like you can cut out a black hole. You know? It's not a thing, it's a void. Maybe that is the best metaphor. I was gonna say it's like a thing that has its tendrils and everything, and trying to pull that out pulls from everywhere. And that is accurate, except I'm trying to cut something out of my life that I don't feel like I can cut out. Something that I let in, that I welcomed in, that I let have access to all of me. I let her completely in. And it's really hard to remove all those little threads that she's woven into all the aspects of my life. Well, it's twofold. It's really hard to, and I don't want to, and each one hurts. So it's all this work you have to do that you don't want to do, and your brain's telling you, yeah, if she just came back, you wouldn't have to do any of this, and you'd be great. You would feel great. Even though logically you know, no, there really is angels and devils on your shoulder. Don't be stupid. She's bad. She's bad for you. She's been so cruel to you and hurt you in ways that nobody in your life ever has. And this one's like, yeah, but it would feel so nice. It'd be so nice to have her back. I hate this one. This one's really persuasive. I know this one I talk to all the time. This one's real strong and real good, but this one is sneaky. Super sneaky. And works in ways that I can't even predict. Let's get a grip on the situation, shall we? I'm wondering if I can go home. It's not as if my wife texted me and said, hey, we're here, and she hasn't texted me like, hey, we're gone. Just those little acts of courtesy that normal human beings would do for each other aren't done. Never mind the fact that we have a history, you know, so you would think, what is that? You would think that people would be nicer to each other, but instead it's like if you've been in love with each other, it gives you license to be more cruel to each other, or gives her license to be more cruel to me. I'm not cruel to her. I love her, you know, see, it's weird, like, I have love for her. I care a ridiculous amount about her well-being. I don't think she's a nice person. I think she's selfish. I think she's unkind. I think she's removed from her own experience of this breakup. I think she's just infatuated with the new guy and really fucking over the old guy, me. But I'm so practiced at caring feeling love for her. It's not gone, it's not dead, it hasn't fizzled out. It's just, yeah, it's a fight. Maybe in time it will fizzle more. I hope so. Some days are hard days. This is just one of those days. I think it's better that I wasn't there. It will be weird to go home because it is still home, but to go home and know that she's been all through the space. I'm glad he's there so that she doesn't do anything weird. And I guess everybody has this, but it's so sad to lose all those happy memories. And I don't lose them, but I lose the ability to bring them up and reminisce about them with her. I won't do that anymore. That's weird. That feels like the tragedy of it. And I must seem like a really dim bulb or a naive person. Like the things I'm saying are not necessarily profound, but I think it's the kind of thing that you know other people go through, and you're like, oh, that must suck, that must be hard. Until you go through it, and then you're like, oh my God, it really sucks. It's really, really hard. If you're watching this, dealing with what I'm dealing with, like, I get you. I understand so much better now. And if in the past, I haven't been as understanding as I should have been, I'm sorry, I just didn't know. But I will try harder to be a better person for others. I've come back home. I checked the side street where she parked and the car doesn't appear to be there. I guess it's safe. Well, she's not parked down here. Car wasn't on the street. I guess I can go home. I just need to get in there and like feel the space, and it sounds dumb, but I just need to take the space back again and make it mine, devoid of her. It shouldn't really be that big a deal, but I'm not having a particularly great day, so. I don't know where the last few hours went. I definitely wasted them a bit watching YouTube videos and working on the house. The thing that was really fun though, I've been Snapchatting with people, and now that I have the Bitmojis set up, we've been sending Bitmojis back and forth for a really long time, and some of them are so weird and so damn funny. Like, I like the ones that have like you and the person you're talking to. Like sleeping on a burrito or loving a kebab. It's just bizarre. And the fact that, sorry, I just walked up a steep hill. I gotta get my cardio back together, but oh, it's just so weird, and I don't know, it's been fun. I was also really candid about the situation with my wife, and it's been a weird day. Oh, I had a long talk with my mom too. She called and just caught me at a moment where I was really feeling like talking, so I talked. She wants to solve the problem. She wants to fix it for me, and that sure would be nice, but there's no solving or fixing this one. It's broken and it's not coming back. I think I'm gonna rent the place starting next week. Even though I'm still in the condo, I feel like it'll allow me to securely store my stuff and move my stuff over more slowly so that I'm not stressed about it during the school year. I think that makes the most sense. And she doesn't have to know that I've moved or if I've moved. She doesn't really give a shit about me. I think that'll help keep me calm. It's a little weird to spend money that I don't need to, but I mean, what am I buying myself, 2 weeks? I don't know, I gotta think about it, but that's what I'm thinking about now. I got some spring rolls for dinner. They seem healthy, so I'm gonna do that. And then maybe go to school, but it's still crazy hot, so I don't know. I'll see you in a bit.